So I'm going to demonstrate how to repair a broken dread. First, I'm just going to describe a little bit about Kylea's hair here. Kylea, who has a beautiful head of dreads, had been shaving his head on the sides and then just mainly wearing the top, and all of this was shaved. So he's in the process of growing out his sides, and also with trying to keep up with his ever-growing roots because his hair grows really fast. So he's going to have not only loose hair areas that are just have loose hair that needs to be blended like this one I pinpointed out, but he also has a couple of dreads that will split or try to merge together or congo. Because his hair texture is fine, he has a lot of hair, but he has a fine texture. His curl is kind of wavy and curly, his natural hair. So that will cause his hair to kind of puff out a little bit and look a little bigger than what it is. In terms of his lock size will look a lot bigger than what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and combine two of his dreads because they were splitting, and instead of splitting them all the way to the roots to make two, I'm going to keep it as one but just make it a little thicker. And this time I'm going to use a needle and thread. Now when you do this yourself, you can definitely use a smaller needle. I'm using this needle that is large and curved for demonstration purposes, so you can see exactly which direction I'm going in, so you'll know exactly how to do it yourself. So I'm doing a soft twist. I always like to twist to combine the two to make sure that these are the two that are going to combine as one, and it gives me an idea of the size that it will end up being. So I'm going to go in from the top. I'm going to go right down the middle there, in between both dreads. I've already made a knot at the end of my thread, so it should stop right there. And I actually want to slide it to where it's on the inside so you don't even see the knot there. And like I said, I'm using a large needle and thicker thread. You can use thinner thread, you can use a smaller needle, whichever is easier for you to handle. Then I'm going to go back in. I'm going to take this portion that's twisted, go a little bit in the inside, and I'm going to come through my thread there, as you can see. So I'm making a knot. So since I have a slight knot, I'm going to go in. As you can see, these two are twisted here, so I'm going to twist around just so you can see what the two dreads are doing. So I'm going to go in one and then grab the other. I'm just making like a single stitch, and with every stitch I'm going to pull it tight into the dread, because what's going to happen is the dread is going to lock around the thread, and that's what you want. Doing the same thing, going a little further down. I'm not making any other added knots as I go down. I'm just letting the dread twist on its own. And I'm picking up in both areas, because the lock itself is the knot, so you don't have to put a lot of knots in it for it to hold. You just want the two to stay together, so when they do lock, they lock together and they don't split anymore. And because Kylea's hair has a little frizziness to it, it has, well, not frizziness in a bad way, but his texture is a little more curly and spongy. I can use a needle this size for textures that are a little coarser and your curl is a little tighter. You definitely will want to use a smaller needle, because in hair texture that is coarser and is tighter, a needle this size may make holes, or you may be able to see the whole pattern in which you went down when you use a needle this size. So you want to use a smaller needle. I'm just going to continue down. Picking up a little here, picking up there. And the other one. And like I said, I'm just making a single stitch because it's dreaded, so you don't really need a lot of knots in it. It's gonna stay. So you would continue this motion or this stitching all the way down till you get to the end of your dread, and until they are both sewn together. So that is one way to repair broken dreads.